Hello, friends. Welcome on back. Episode 12, Gaming Nonsense, coming in hot this week. We have some interesting things to talk about. There's some news coming up, some updates to some games we've been playing quite a lot of. We're going to discuss a little bit, and then round it out with a little bit of movie, TV action outside of the video game space. As always, Teddy Kosick, joined by my co-host, Mr. Avery, Coffee Black Fair, amigo. How's it going, buddy?
It's going all right.
Just
well,
all right.
you know, we didn't get the 3P because I got hit with the flu real quick, so that fucked up my life real quick.
Yep.
But I did feel better because Blanca hooked it up with these sweet ass SteelSeries Arctis 3s.
Hey, you're doing it.
So you've noticed I'm not using those shitty ass earplugs anymore.
Dude, you're like a real PC gamer now. You got.
I'm
your
doing
computer,
it. I have
your
the
Razer
Master
peripherals,
Race,
the SteelSeries headset.
Ooh, doing it.
Yo, those are real nice though. I might cop a new pair of headset here because this is a little old.
I mean, don't get.
Hey, so third week of the year that we've been going at. I'm gonna count this as third week running because it is Sunday, the day that we're filming this. Technically, it's the third week. Depends when we post this. Realistically, probably tomorrow. So we'll probably miss it.
Yeah, we'll see.
But hey, good enough. There's some interesting stuff that's happened since the last time we recorded, which was about a week and a half ago now. Yeah, we got some news we'll run through, talk about what we've been up to, which is a lot of the same that we've been up to the last week or two, playing some Fortnite. But you have a new game over there you've been playing, so we'll talk about that a little bit. And yeah, that's the deal. So, first things first. The biggest news that was probably right after we recorded last time, I believe, the Nintendo Labo announcement. Labo, pretty sure it's Labo. They announced that two options. Just a quick overview. It's basically like, I don't know. Did you see the videos about them?
I seen a lot of cardboard going on.
Yeah, so it's basically like interactive. Let me see. I wrote down this quote: "Interactive build and play experience" is what Nintendo said directly in the release. So it's basically like you said. It's like cardboard, like interactive cardboard that you can build, put together. Your Joy-Cons and the Switch itself interact with them. So it basically makes like 3D real things in the world that kind of correlate to what you're playing or doing on your Switch. It's an interesting idea. I think they were targeting specifically like the younger market, kids that are, I don't know, when you start playing video games, 5 through middle school, maybe like elementary and middle school type kids. But then again, Nintendo's kind of been pretty strong in that demographic historically anyways, I think. So there's two pieces. There's a robot kit, which is $80, which is just one bigger robot that interacts with your Joy-Cons. And then there is what they call a Toy-Con variety kit, which are a bunch of various different building pieces of cardboard, which is $70. So it's only $10 cheaper, but you basically get more options throughout, whereas the robot, the $80 one, is just kind of one larger robot that'll interact with your Switch.
Okay.
It's an interesting concept. I definitely think it's for the younger audience. I don't for me personally, I don't know if I'll pick this up. Probably not. I'm having a hard enough time trying to find time to play through things like Zelda still. So it's interesting. I think Nintendo always kind of does things differently than you would expect, and they're definitely continuing to do that. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I first saw it, obviously I didn't pay so much attention to it because, like you said, it was mainly geared towards that younger audience. But I mean, Nintendo has always been that type of company that looks to fill in avenues that a lot of people don't look for. So if anything, the innovation of it is, up there. We'll see how it does on the market value, see how many people do pick it up when it does release in April 20th. So we'll see what happens with that in terms of whether they can build off of that, because I know they kind of, they have their amiibos. They, I guess they're the Amiibos. I was thinking of Disney Infinity, but that's just Disney. But yeah, so we'll see how it works out for them. But it's a good idea. We'll see. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Switch came out a year ago now, more or less.
Yeah.
So this will be the first, a yearly cycle to upgrade or change or add something somewhat significant to a console is pretty quick. So
yeah,
I think the Switch will probably be around for a while. It makes me wonder if in a year or 2 years from now, if you get like a Nintendo Switch Plus or Nintendo Switch V2 or something of that sort, or if it just means they're going to continue to add on things like this to the Switch for a couple of years before they have like a big Switch redo, kind of like the Wii U versus the Wii.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Again, I'm probably going to pass. There's just other things I think I'd rather play and spend my money on. So not
Right.
exactly for me, but I'll be interested to see how it sells. It's definitely different. So
Let's just hope that the instructions that come with it are a lot more helpful than the IKEA building instructions. Maybe some words, because I can tell a lot of people might have trouble putting those together. So I don't know. Just help us out there. Throw us a bone.
coming in with a juicy fact, your boy used to work at IKEA. So, hey, I think it's easy enough. But then again, I did that forever. Also, unrelated, the founder of IKEA passed away today. I don't know if you knew that. He was 91 or 92. Ingvar Kamprad, the Swedish guy. So, R.I.P.
Happened. I love their Swedish meatballs, though.
Ooh, daddy. Hey, they used to have horse in them. Not anymore, though. So,
moving on.
You're all right. All right.
Moving on.
Probably the most important news update to our direct gaming lives last month or so. Some Fortnite updates. So, Daddy-O, take us through the Fortnite update.
Get it? Well, Epic Games has dropped a huge update to Fortnite. They expanded their map. They added a few new locations: Shifty Shafts, Snobby Shores, Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, Tilted Towers, and all right, you said that Lonely Lodge was there before,
I
right?
don't know. I should have Googled it before this. I thought Lonely Lodge was there. Maybe I'm wrong though.
I don't know. I just didn't pay attention to that part of the map.
It's a garbage
Wayland
location.
Wood, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The first time playing through those maps, I mean, everybody and their brothers, mothers, and sisters went to Tilted Towers.
It's still a deal. If you're trying to die or get a bunch of kills real quick, go to Tilted Towers.
Yep. In my opinion, the map is a lot more balanced now. Before it was pretty right-sided heavy. Now, it's balanced out because they filled in most of the left side.
Yeah.
Now, playing it, I think people have started to once again kind of revert back to the pre-update where like they're starting to go to all like the overview of the map versus just strictly going to those new places.
People are going back to like Anarchy and Retail Row.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they're great locations. There's really nothing. I've been to all of them. Junk Junction, I've only been there I think once, maybe twice, and I'll be honest, there wasn't that much there. Yeah. There was that giant llama sculpture out of the steel, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, Tilted Towers, like we said, is just a giant, fuckfest. There's just people everywhere. Chiller buildings, tons and tons of loot.
Yeah.
But I really like where Fortnite is going. Epic Games, I think, is doing a great job with that. I mean, we always joke about how there's patches and updates literally every day with the game. But you have to think that this game is, free to play. Granted, I've dropped probably close to $100 just with cosmetics and things like that because I mean those skins I can't resist. But I mean when you do think about it that way, it's a free to play game. They're doing a great job trying to keep up with the community, and they introduced the Chug Jug just recently. We're saying that's pretty OP actually. We found a couple, and yeah, I mean it raises full health, full shield, and so
15 seconds to consume, which is a while, but still.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, things like that. I really do like to see them, implement these new types of things, try them out, see what happens, then kind of just go from there.
Yeah, I think that update was really good. I think other than Tilted Towers, my favorite place is definitely Snobby Shores. The problem is like falling really far. I think, and you had mentioned this and kind of brought it up right when the update went live. What, a week and a half ago now? It seemed like the circles were forcing people to the new side of the map, to the new areas. Whereas I feel like it's not necessarily that way anymore. Maybe I get that same feeling too. But if you're falling on Snobby Shores, and sometimes you can just get screwed so hard by that circle because it's so far on the side of the map. But it's nice. I like it. I think the update's really good. I think they're doing a good job keeping it fresh. Hopefully they just don't run out of ideas and can keep churning out new content as quickly as they are now. I think it'll keep people interested.
Yeah. You know what else? I can't remember if we did it before our last episode or not, but if we did or not, just want to clarify, we have finally made it into the win column.
We got a few dubs now.
We have a few dubs. I mean, that first one though, the satisfaction was so sweet. Every win from there on, I mean, it has not felt the same, but just wanted to make sure that we talked about that we have done it.
That first dub, nothing will ever beat that first dub.
Absolutely.
It's just the the emotional connection to the first one was
I never
so
knew.
real.
I never knew it was gonna happen.
Exactly, but we got a few now.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep on churning. Having a good time though. It's one of those games where you can just kind of like pick up, and if you want to play, like some of our friends, like our friend Forrest, will literally get on and play one game and then log off.
Yeah.
So you can get on, you can play a game or two, you can play for 3 hours. It's nice. You don't have to kind of commit to playing a game for a few hours. So yeah. Anyways, we'll continue to play that. I'm quite sure throughout the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Random news roundup. You want to lead us through this big guy?
So we had a couple games drop on the 26th, 2 days ago. First one, Dragon Ball Fighters or Dragon Ball Fighters Z.
Officially confirmed to be just Fighters. But
yeah, so
that
news came out. Currently on Metacritic, sitting at an 88. So that's pretty good, especially for a fighting game. I think. Granted, I'm not very into the whole fighting scene per se, but it's Dragon Ball Z. Had to pick it up. It's on right now. I was playing through a lot of it today. I played through a little bit yesterday and Friday. It's great so far. The animation is phenomenal. It looks just like it's like you're watching the anime, and the story, it's pretty well done. I believe as of what I've been playing right now, it looks like there's 3 story arcs, and so I actually completed the first one today, and just like the interaction between the characters and things like that, it literally feels like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like they have their kind of quirky remarks that they tell each other. Goku and Vegeta will argue who gets to fight Frieza, things like that you kind of would only expect in the anime. So it's really cool to see them implement those types of things.
Yeah.
Also it has the style like you played a Marvel vs. Capcom game where there's teams of 3 fighters, so you can swap them out pretty seamlessly. And right now, I mean, in that first story arc, I was playing with Goku, Vegeta, and adult Gohan. I started looking at the arcade mode because I know that's how you unlock a couple other characters like Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, and that shit's pretty hard. The story arc was very forgiving. It kind of felt like you were playing against like a really dumbed down AI, but this arcade mode feels like I was playing against Ryland, Force brother, came over on Friday. He brought his fucking hit stick thing, giant arcade things.
Because he actually has played an Evo before, so
yeah,
he's into it.
But yeah, that's pretty fun. So I hope to write up a review on that sometime this week. I'm gonna play a little bit more of that, see what happens.
Where can people find that review?
Coffeescorner.com.
Okay. The other game that came out, another big guy, Monster Hunter World. It gets pretty good reviews. I had never played a Monster Hunter game in my life.
Yeah, I have not either.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens with this one. It came out on the 26th, the same day, getting really good reviews. You have in here a 9.5 for Game Informer, 9.5 for IGN. Hard to complain against that. Possibly PC later this year. We were talking about maybe we'd pick it up on PC when it comes to PC. We'll see. I honestly don't know too much about the game other than that's getting really good reviews. But it feels, or the reviews I've seen or the videos I've watched have kind of led it down the path. It's one of those games you have to be like really into because there's so many different weapons and whatever skill trees, or you like have to really be into it to be able to optimize to that degree.
Yeah.
I was watching. What are your thoughts on it?
I was watching just a random stream on it for a few minutes, and I mean he's probably spent a good 10 minutes just like doing something at this like forge, it looked like, for his little like cat companion thing.
Yeah.
And I mean things like that, and it looks like you said, that there's a shitload that goes into the character design when you first create your character, and things like that. And I enjoy some of those types of games to a certain extent, so I'm really interested to see what they do. When they do the PC port, I'm thinking that if it does come out sometime in the fall, then possibly we could see like a Game of the Year edition or something for PC, where like I can now say we as a collective have a PC now. We could get as a PC, we could possibly get maybe some sort of DLCs that might be coming out, maybe get included with those types of things. You gotta wait for 9-10 months or whatever between release dates. So that'd be pretty cool. That's something that I'll be looking forward to possibly picking up. I really don't want to get on PS4 just because if I do start um, getting more into streaming, kind of restricted to PC. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, fair enough. I'd like to watch more videos or learn more about it before I have more of a developed opinion if I'll play it or not. I got just games I need to play anyways right now, so I probably won't pick it up right this minute. But like you're
yeah,
saying, if it's something that comes and ports to PC later this year, and there's not a whole lot, like actively that I want to play, then for sure I could pick it up. And at that point, there'd be so many guides and stuff out there, anyways. You wouldn't get
yeah,
lost in theory as a new player into this massive world. So
exactly.
we'll see what happens. Another big one on the docket for this year. Sea of Thieves, the closed beta has been out for what, a couple days now, a week now as of recording this. Maybe not a week,
Yeah,
5 days, 4 days.
yeah,
Game comes out on the 20th of March this year. Game developed by Rare, and I was just looking at Rare's game list earlier. Developed things like Perfect Dark, DK64, stuff I haven't thought about in so long.
yeah,
But obviously neither of us have the access to the closed beta. We have seen people streaming it on Twitch fairly regularly, and
yeah.
I don't know. To me, it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. It looks like a hell of a lot of fun to be one of those games that you play with your friends, though, in particular.
Yes.
And maybe that's just the piece of the beta. It's making it like restricted to the things that are fun or play with people. Maybe the full game, you'll have more things to do by yourself. But I don't know. I'm super intrigued by a legitimate pirate game. I think that's a cool setting. People don't really make pirate games that often, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, looking at like you said, watching people like C's Summit, the time I was playing, and it, like you said, it looks very, at least what the beta was, it's very team oriented.
Yeah.
I know a couple of times there was like some random guy that appeared on their ship, and they were able to vote to lock him in the brig bridge, right?
The
Did I say brig? There it is.
Yeah.
Uh, and also they C's figured out you can stick yourself into a cannon and launch someone out of a cannon. So
That's
like,
funny.
so yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I mean, I assume, like you said, you'll probably pick it up, and so that means
Yeah, I'd like to see if we can. I mean, again, I don't really know that much outside of what we've seen on stream. I don't think anybody knows that much outside of what's been on stream right now. I'd like
right.
to know like the full scope of activities you can do in the game are. Like, is there a story arc? Is it literally just open world collecting chests with your friends? Like, I'd like to round out
Yeah,
the picture of it a bit more. But like, I don't know, probably 90% chance of me picking up that game, particularly if I can get you or a couple of our other friends to get it as well. So
right.
should
Yeah,
be good
I
though.
mean,
Looking forward to it, and that was bringing some massive views to Twitch, so I think the hype's pretty real. Like I think,
oh yeah,
I think you when you texted the other day, Summit was at what, like 60K viewers or something like that,
yep, roughly about 6,000.
which isn't not unheard of for him. When like PUBG first came out, like I think he was at like 50, 60K then as well.
Yeah.
Most followed streamer on Twitch now these days too. So congrats to Summit.
Heyo.
Alrighty. Next on the
Moving
list
forward.
is a game. Have you played this game?
I played the third
Any-
one.
You did? All right.
Yeah, on
So
360.
Microsoft is working on a new Fable game.
Heyo.
Not too much to say from my point of view. Fables classics. I had an original Xbox, so I played the original Fables as well. And then, Fable 3 was on 360. So you played
Yeah.
that. It's a good, like, if they can bring it back and do it right and not just kind of botch it and put out a half-assed Fable game, it'd
Right.
be awesome, worth playing. We just got to see what happens, I guess.
Yep, exactly.
Next on the list, I'll let you continue on for us.
Looking forward. Let's see. Konami confirmed that Metal Gear Survive will have microtransactions, and you must have an online connection to play the game. Looking into that, I mean, it's not surprising that it's going to have microtransactions. That's just kind of the layout of
Yeah.
what we're moving towards as a community. In regards to the online connection, I'd hope that there is some offline play to it, because I mean, if you do need to have an online connection to it, I mean, that's not really good going into a game that is already going to have an uphill battle, seeing as how Kojima is not involved with it,
Yeah.
and people have already kind of put it in a negative type of light, with that messy divorce between him and the company. But be optimistic about it. I most likely will not be picking it up. I've only played, I think, one Metal Gear game, Metal Gear 3.
I was gonna say I've never actually played through start to finish a Metal Gear game before.
Okay.
But I didn't have PlayStations growing up either, so.
Unreal. Yeah, so we'll see. it is interesting. I really like to see what they do with the microtransactions. Just moving forward in general with any type of game, especially with what happened with EA and Battlefront 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, there's a right way to do it, and there's definitely wrong ways to do it. So,
Right.
we'll just have to kind of keep your opinions to yourself until we see what they end up doing.
Yeah.
All right, next on the list, God of War, April 20th.
Woo!
Blaze it.
Here we go.
You gonna be picking this up?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. All right.
And I would like to. I'm assuming that you have not played a God of War game. Yes.
Again, that is a correct assumption.
Yeah.
I didn't have what do you want from me, huh?
Oh man,
did you ever play through the campaign of like Halo 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you didn't have an Xbox, so just easy. Just making sure. Right?
I figured out a way. I can't remember when I played it, but I did.
All right. Anyways.
But yeah, God of War. God, Kratos is a phenomenal character, and those games are badass. And I'm looking forward to this one, especially with just the whole thing with improved graphics and just it's current gen consoles and things like that. See what they do to evolve him, his character, his story from the third one, and I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if I get through the rest of the games I want to play.
You will
then,
pick
I'll
it up
as well. I will.
You will pick it up.
Okay, great.
Or you know what? I'll most likely buy it. I'll play through it, and then by the time you come the following week for the wedding stuff, I will just let you borrow it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I gotta strategically think about this too. I traded in a bunch of GameStop games when I was home over Christmas and New Year's. I guess I got like $50 GameStop credit now.
Ooh.
So see what we can get from that. All right. Next on the list, not really, particularly gaming related. Interesting though. There's Sony and Paul George have teamed up for a PlayStation themed Nike shoe. Available February 10th, $110. Honestly, in the scheme of things, $110 for like a limited edition premium sneaker these days is pretty cheap. If you consider how much like these Adidas sneakers and stuff are selling for, easily $180 to $250 at release. These Yeezys are selling for thousands of dollars. Not saying that this is that, but it's interesting. I don't know. Did you actually check out the shoe itself?
Yeah, I looked at it. It had like
Did you
that.
Ever buy it?
No.
But
it's a cool looking shoe though. Like if you did buy it, I wouldn't judge you or anything based on it.
Yeah.
It looks like a pretty cool shoe. I just wouldn't wear them. So
I agree. I think it's. I'm assuming it's limited, or it's definitely limited. I would assume people that are buying it are going to buy it just to have it and display it, right?
You would like to think. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I mean, I haven't really. I know there's like various types of shoes that have like designs and things like that, but I've never thought of a company like this, Sony, Microsoft, releasing these types of shoes. I mean, I know there's tons of like Nintendo Vans or something like with Mario and shit on them, but something like those are probably still $50-$60, and I think this is taking it like a next step forward, especially with like a big shoe company like Nike. And so I would like to see how many of those they actually sell.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll release that info. Would they? They might have already said how many are going to be available. I honestly didn't look into it that much.
No.
But I don't know. Interesting, nonetheless. I'll be interested to see if. It's not like a huge market share. I would think of other companies wanting to jump in and do similar like gaming or I don't know, gaming, movie, media type stuff, but. We could start to see some of this stuff go more mainstream, though, which is an interesting way for it to go mainstream. But nonetheless, I think any exposure is better than nothing, right?
It says also that the shoes come with a voucher code, which gives you a Paul George dynamic theme for your PS4.
Okay, I guess if you're a Paul George fan, go for it.
Heyo, All-Star.
I'll be passing. All-Star. All-Stars. Alrighty. Next up on the list, a delay.
Of course. Knew it.
Of course. It wouldn't be video games without a delay. BioWare postponed Anthem to early 2019. I feel like the reactions I've seen on social media are people saying, okay, like, whatever. If it makes the game better, sure.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen anybody mad about it, like, oh, what do you mean they delayed it? So, I don't know. I think they really got to get it right? Like, they don't really have another opportunity to mess something up right now.
Right, because BioWare is, they're coming off of the debacle of Mass Effect Andromeda. and so I'm pretty sure EA is not too happy with them. And just talking about the delay and stuff, and you said that people aren't very upset about it. I mean, again, why did they even initially announce?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was coming in 2018. When they said that, I remember because it was announced E3, I think, and a lot of people when they saw that, they're like, "That this shit's not coming out next year," and it's just like, what's the point of that?
I don't know. It just continually happens over and over again in this industry. I don't know what it is. I feel like in movies it doesn't really happen, right? Like you announce a movie date, 98% of the time that's the date, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I wonder why that happens so much in video games in particular.
I don't know, but I mean, what we've seen of it, from the E3 reveal and things like that, it looks pretty cool. It looks like what Destiny could have been in terms of like the sci-fi RPG action things like that. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see more about it if they ever release this year for it, in terms of more trailers or screenshots like that.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks cool. I mean, unless something goes drastically wrong, I would assume we'll probably both pick it up and play it. Just gotta wait a bit longer. So
yeah.
Alrighty, next on the list, I'll let you cover it off.
Moving forward, news regarding the Avengers game. Developer Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, they've hired about 15 quote top industry talent to their development team, including former Naughty Dog creative developer Sean E. And Stephen Barry, a 27-year vet of EA and Visceral Games. So, I mean, it looks like Square Enix is assembling their own version of the Avengers. Heyo, assemble. And so we'll see how that game goes. I mean, I have a shitload of questions regarding this game because it's like, are they doing it? Like, is the game going to be from the beginning of the MCU up until where we're about to end? Is this going to be a original story? Is this going to be a type of MMO type thing? There's a lot of things that are still need to be answered. Obviously, we haven't seen anything. We've seen that one like reveal teaser where it was like the Iron Man, Thor, Captain America's shield, like that stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to like because we have Spider-Man coming out later this year, and that's an original story, and so it's tough because like we have a cinematic Avengers story going on now, right? And yes, we do have Spider-Man story going on right now, but like to me, it's hard to differentiate between the two when they're both happening simultaneously. And I'll just be interested to see what it is. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be badass, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, it'll sell a lot of copies if they can make it right. I mean, anything they slap the Avengers name on it, right? It's gonna sell like crazy. So
yeah.
We'll see. I think it's so early. Like you don't even know like the premise of the game. I don't know if when did they even start developing? Do we know how long ago development began or anything?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's probably on there, but yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. Alrighty, I think last piece of gaming news. Anybody esports related? Probably the biggest esport in the world these days. LCS. League of Legends kicked back up last week, kicked back off. It's one of those things like I know you loosely have kind of followed League throughout the days.
My Sona ult's OP.
Yeah, a lot of our friends have followed it for so long. I remember the first LCS season was 4 years ago, I think, when we were seniors in college. And ever since then, I haven't really watched that much last year or two. I'll just kind of turn it for playoffs. But again, probably the biggest legitimate esports organization in the world right now. See a lot of people following after them, things like the Overwatch League, ESL for Counter-Strike. Everybody's kind of trending in that same direction. So hopefully everybody can just kind of keep pumping it on up.
Ave was watching some Counter-Strike thing this morning.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was live or repeat, but
I think that was ESL champions this morning, yeah.
It was Cloud9 versus someone else.
FaZe? They play FaZe?
I don't know.
Anyways. So that's it. Good for esports. Keep it on the up and up.
There you go. All right. Well, moving on, shifting gears here. Going excuse me, going to the movies. Rumor has it that Suicide Squad 2 might be Ben Affleck's last film as Batman. He's, been hot, cold, regarding whether or not to continue with that. Obviously, Warner Brothers is looking to possibly shake things up a bit, especially with the lackluster appeal of Justice League, which honestly I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it.
And it's interesting. I mean, it sucks. I'd like to see these companies, do well. Obviously, I love all the Marvel movies, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see DC succeed. They have a ton of interesting characters, villains. It sucks to see this franchise kind of not quite find its footing. Rumored has it that. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's interesting, the DC Marvel thing. Right? I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. Like, just trying to wrap your head around why DC is unable to kind of find their foothold at all, where Marvel's just kind of been crushing it. I mean, both massive companies behind both these things. It's not like the talent, directing or editing or writing storylines or whatever for the Marvel movies are any more better and or worse than those on the DC stuff. So I don't know. It's really weird.
I mean, my own personal opinion behind it. I mean, I continue to think that, like you said, they're two major companies, and I think maybe DC they might have the mindset of, we're so far behind in terms of the number of movies, in terms of the amount of money that they're getting from these types of characters and licenses, that they might feel like they need to rush things maybe. And possibly not kind of go through with a thorough, microscope over these types of things. But you're right. I mean, they're mirrored, companies.
It's just bizarre.
And sucks, like I said. But the rumor to replace him is Jake Gyllenhaal. He was in that Prince of Persia movie, so I think he knows how to do somewhat of a. I don't know if you consider him a superhero, but he's a video game guy. So, but anyway, he did survive Day After Tomorrow, so that was pretty good. But yeah, so I mean, we'll see. And my theory of it was that, like, if it is Suicide Squad 2, then whatever. But my theory was that with the Flash movie, it's going to be based on Flashpoint. The loose story around that is the Flash goes back in time, saves his mother from First Flash, and in doing so, obviously changes the future. Obviously, Marty McFly style.
Yep.
And with that, I was thinking that with that story being placed into the Flash movie, maybe they would use that as the opportunity to do a soft reset of the DC universe, swap out Ben Affleck, put in Gyllenhaal. You can keep Wonder Woman, keep Cavill, and those types of dudes, and then you can theoretically it's not like you would get rid of Batman vs Superman and those other movies like X-Men Days of Future Past did by just erasing the first 3 X-Men from canon. But they could essentially redo some of those characters that they did before, redo some storylines possibly, and just kind of, like I said, do a soft reset and everything.
Yeah, I mean, their saving grace right now is Gal. What's her last name?
Gal Gadot.
Gadot, yeah. I don't know. They gotta find a way to kind of. I think at this point in time, you have to make her kind of the center of your uprising and try to kind of rebuild around her.
Yeah.
At least if I was them, that's what I would do. So
right.
We'll see. See what happens. Next piece of news. Can't see me. John Cena, the man himself, rumored to star in Duke Nukem the movie. I have no idea when this movie's even going to come out. I don't think he's even signed on yet. It was just rumors, but yeah, I'll take John Cena. I mean, why not?
I mean, like you said, John Cena. I mean, I would love to see him as Duke Nukem. He has some film experience, and he's a pretty funny guy, and just to see him just blast people away and shit, that'd be phenomenal. So
it's obviously a little different, but he's kind of following like The Rock in terms of trajectory, right? Very similar. So I'm all for it. I'll take it. I go see almost every single Rock movie. I would see this for sure, and just keep them coming.
Absolutely.
Last thing on the list, confirmed. Heard it here first, but not really. Maisie Williams, on Twitter or something? Or in an interview,
I just saw an article.
Yeah, I don't know if she was on Twitter in an interview. Game of Thrones confirmed, quote unquote. Last season premiering April 2019. At least that's what she said. That's about what everybody thought, right? They had already said it was going to be 2019. HBO themselves said 2019. We had kind of speculated late spring or wait until the early fall. Late spring's better, so sure, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted that fall premiere because I really wanted them to hammer in the winter is here. Winter has come.
Dude, you're right. Yeah.
You know, I really wanted to see them
some good promo.
Beat that dead horse of a slogan one last time. But because God knows, I heard for the first 7 or 8 odd, how many seasons there are of
Winter is coming.
Coming.
Dude, you're totally right. They should have waited. Even if it was all ready and edited and done and whatever, just let it sit there for 6 months. Yep. Lock it up somewhere in some secure place. Hope it doesn't get hacked into, and just let it be. Start the winter. The winter is coming ads in the summer. Winter is here in November, and then play in December.
But like you said, as a fan, I would love to see it, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm really interested to see how that story ends.
Yeah, they got a lot to do, so I'll refer from speculation until we have more info, but the earlier the better. I'll take it. That was it. We did it, friend. Bang. So, I mean, that was the majority of the major stuff going on this week. We skipped over a few things. Someone like the Nintendo stuff was probably the biggest piece. Just to be honest, I mean, neither of us are really going to get into that, so we're not going to talk about it that much. There's some other stuff going on though, like Monster Hunter World, some things to keep an eye on, definitely the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So we'll have to do that. Other than that, we can wrap it up. You haven't played a lot of Fortnite. I haven't played a lot of Fortnite with you. You mentioned earlier you picked up DBZ, so I'm assuming you're going to continue to play through that the next week. But what else you got going
on? Honestly, that's about it. Like I said, DBZ, Fortnite. Blanca and I went to Zia Records the other day, movies. Gonna take a look at some of those.
What'd you grab?
Me personally, I'd never seen Die Hard, so I picked that up. Never seen Major League, picked that up. And then got the X-Men trilogy, the ones that, like I just previously said 5 minutes ago, that don't matter anymore. Pick those up because
doesn't mean they're not worth watching, huh?
Yeah, Blanca's never seen those, so I got those.
Nice.
You got a couple movies I hadn't seen. We actually watched American History
X. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was pretty intense. But it was a very good movie. Love that. Other than that, bit of Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage. Man, Nicolas Cage is a great actor. I love him.
Goes to the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Those movies, you know what's funny is like when those movies first came out, I thought they were so good. It was probably in middle school maybe first. Yeah. Oh man, those are the best. I remember seeing those in the theaters, and now thinking back, it's like, wow, what happened to him?
Right? But no, Ghost Rider is very good. Early superhero movie. It's weird to see kind of where they were back then. That came out around the time of Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
The original, Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah.
So it's actually really cool to kind of watch a movie that has no continuation, other than it did have a sequel, but has no outer influence of any other movies, no cinematic universe and things like that.
Yeah.
And other than that, that's about it. Like I said, I'll write a hopefully review on coffeescorner.com.
Great.
And that's about it, buddy. What are you doing?
You'll tweet that out when it's live, I'm assuming.
Tweet it out. Also, like I said earlier, I'm gonna try and work on some stream stuff. I'll talk to you off air on that because Rylan told me something that might be cool, so we can discuss that later.
Chill, brah. Yeah, fair enough. I still need to get my ass through Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna say that every single week on the show until I actually play it.
Just stop.
Nope. I'll finish it. Don't you worry. One day I'm going to come on the show and I'm going to open it up, and the first thing I'm going to say is, I did it. It'll be Assassin's Creed. It'll be done. Other than that, I'll just be playing Fortnite. It's just hard to get away from Fortnite right now. Having a lot of fun with the game. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means I'm not playing anything else. So,
yeah.
Is what it is. I did see, I think they were filming Venom by my office in San Francisco this past week. People were saying they saw Tom Hardy outside.
Pretty sick.
that was random.
Get in there.
Would explain a lot of the traffic though. Yeah, just get in as an extra or something.
Just
see me in the back of the movie. Oh, bye.
No, just you will be Venom. Just Tom Hardy can go away.
I'll do it for 1/1000th of the cost.
And if you got that, you still quit your job. You're done. I'm over. See ya.
Yeah, right. No, that's what realistically probably just be playing a lot of Fortnite this coming week.
Yeah.
That's about it. Next time, what are we doing? Not sure. We'll see what happens next week or two. I don't know. I feel like it might be that point of the year. I don't know how much news is going to be coming out right now in particular.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, we can always try and create shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, what's our favorite?
Yeah. No, the show will go on, but it might be like if we're not hearing things coming out from publishers or whoever might be the next, call it month, I would expect people to start kind of holding off for E3 or their individual announcement shows, right?
Right.
So we'll see what happens. That's all I got.
That's all I got, Pop.
That's all you got, Pop. All right. Well, we did it, friend. Thanks for joining us. Episode 12, Gaming Nonsense. We will see what happens next week. Otherwise, we'll catch you guys then. Enjoy life. Have fun. Play some games. We will catch you later. Adios.
See ya.